It's a new season in Call of Duty Mobile, and as for each season, we're gonna be covering the best weapon there is in the game right now. We've decided to go back to a top 10 format, and we'll be covering more weapons in the next few videos. And another thing before we start, I've seen a lot of comments saying that they don't want builds with lasers. So for once, we did builds without lasers, and if you want to use one, in general you can just switch the granulated grip tape for a tactical laser. Now that we're all set, let's dive into it. At the last spot of the list, as always, we have the SKS and the XPR. The XPR is a semi-auto sniper which can one-shot in the chest, arms and head in close range. At further range, it takes 2 shots to kill unless you hit the head. The fast fire rate, the good mobility, and the good overall handling makes it a good weapon for both DMR and sniper playstyle. The SKS, on the other hand, doesn't have the capacity to one-shot in the body, but like the XPR, it maintains a one-shot potential in the head up to infinity. With the Gunsmith build, it maintains a fairly low recoil and flinch, which are the two main issues with the SKS, making it, with the right attachments, the strongest DMR in the game. Here are the Gunsmiths for these two. At number 9, we have a new weapon that made it into the top 10 list, and it's the BK-57. Previously, it was a sort of Kilo 141 or Krig, but without the strong 3-shot kill potential. Thanks to the chest multiplier buff it received, now with one chest or headshot, you can get a 3-shot kill in the first range. In addition to that, compared to a Kilo, pretty much all stats are in favor of the BK-57. Instead of talking about the Kilo, what do we have on the BK-57? Well, 32 meters of consistent 4-shot kill, 51 meters of potential 4-shot kill if you can hit one chest shot, which is better than what we have on a Kilo or a Krig, even though some tend to use those two as a main AR. The only issue you might face with the BK-57 is the BSA, which is honestly not that dramatic. You just have to know that after 40 meters, you might have to stop full spraying and sort of burst fire. Here's the Gunsmith for it. If you want to use a red dot on the BK-57, the safest thing to do would be to take off the stock, because else you'd either ruin the BSA or the range, or if you took off the 7.62 mag, you'd lose the whole purpose of using a BK-57 instead of a Kilo or a Krig. At number 8, we have the strongest passive AR in the game right now, which is none other than the Man of War. You know it, 31 meters of 3-shot kill with no recoil, no flinch, and a super accurate BSA. Almost 60 meters of 4-shot kill, and if you can hit one headshot, it drops down to 3-shot kill. In the first range, if you can hit 2 headshots, it can 2-tap, which might save you a few times in close quarters combat. The mag is large enough compared to the fire rate to get 4 kills without having to reload, and if you want, you can use the thermite ammo magazine with the same build. Here's the Gunsmith for it. At the 7th place, we have the 3 basic 3-tap weapons, the RH, AK-47, and the M2. Let's put it simply, if you want a 3-tap that can be used in close range for a sort of anti-SMG playstyle and still be able to gunfight at long range, the EM2 would be the best choice, as it has the best mobility among those 3, the best 3-tap consistency in close range, and for longer range, it still maintains one of the greatest 3-tap consistency, alongside with a very low recoil, low flinch, and a decent BSA. If you're a bit less skilled, which is not a shame by the way, you might want to use the AK-47, which maintains a full body 3-shot kill consistency up to 33 meters with an even lower recoil, an even more accurate BSA, and a larger mag. And lastly, for more advanced players, the DRH might just be your go-to. The time to kill is slightly faster for the same shot to kill, even though it lost its 2-shot head potential in its last nerf, and if you're able to hit certain body parts consistently, you can definitely use it. The BSA is a bit more accurate, but depending on how you build it, you either have a way worse range or a way worse mobility. Here are the builds for it. At number 6, we have our first and only LMG of the list, the MG42. Now you might think that it's way too low, and arguably you could rank it number 2 depending on your preference, but we prefer SMGs over LMGs. The MG42 received multiple attachment nerfs, but most importantly it received a bullet impact nerf, dropping from 1.3 to 1.05, which was the main reason why it was awful to play against. A few attachments got nerfed, as I said, including the recoil booster attachments. To sort of counter all those nerfs, we changed a few things in the build, but the weapon is still awfully good. Here's the Gunsmith for it. At number 5, we have our first SMGs of the list, and it's none other than the OTS-9 and the QXR. QXR has 12 meters of potential 4-shot kill, which gives 180 milliseconds of time to kill, and then 32 meters of potential 5-shot kill, which gives 240 milliseconds of time to kill, which for an SMG is crazy quick. On the other hand, the OTS-9 has 22 meters of 4-shot kill potential, which gives it 210 milliseconds of time to kill, so it has the advantage between 12 and 22 meters, and below 12, it's not that far from the QXR. But after 22 22 meters, the damage drop literally kills it, pretty much like all basic aggro SMGs. And that's where the QXR shines really, being equal or better than all the aggro SMGs in close range, and being better as soon as all of them literally fall off because of their damage drop. Here are the gunsmiths for these two. One place off the podium, we have the QQ9 with the 10mm mag. It's technically the best SMG you can use for S&D or slow-paced game modes in general. It has 24 meters of consistent 4-shot kill, which means 240 milliseconds of time to kill. And in the first range, which goes up to 16.5 meters, if you can hit one chest or headshot without hitting the legs or the stomach, you can get a 3-shot kill, which makes you be able to kill within 160 milliseconds, and that happens more than 50% of the time, and depending on your skill level, it can go up to 80% of the time. Here's the gunsmith for the QQ9. Now into the podium, at third place, we have the Fennec and the CX9. These are the two best aggro SMGs in the game right now, without a doubt. The CX9 has a fairly good 4-shot kill potential in the first range, but after that, the damage drops drastically, making it equal to the Fennec in the second range. The CX9 has the edge in terms of mag size, but the Fennec has it in terms of reload speed. The Fennec is also better for hipfire than the CX9, and even if the recoil goes higher with the Fennec, the pattern being really simple, it's much easier to gunfight at around 15 to 20 meters with a Fennec than it is with the CX9. I was a huge Fennec user in the past, now I'm slowly getting used to the CX9, and honestly I really can't decide which one is better, so I recommend you to try both and see which one is your favorite. Here are the builds for these two SMGs. At number 2, we have 3 weapons: the PDW, the FFAR, and the Cordite. I'm not going to spend much time on the PDW and the FFAR. I've explained their role and performance in detail many times, but I'd like to make a little stop on the Cordite. It got buffed about 2 months ago and we honestly misjudged it. It is a sort of a more aggressive PDW. Unlike the PDW, it has a 0.9 leg multiplier, which makes the TTK drop a lot if you hit them. But apart from that, it doesn't have many disadvantages. It has 26 meters of 4-shot kill and 36 meters of 5-shot kill, which for the 5-shot kill is better than the PDW. It has 80 bullets per mag, sprint speed, walk speed, stray speed, BSA for both hipfire and ADS. The flinch, the bullet impact, and the reload speed are the same. The Cordite has a slight fire rate advantage, making the 4-shot kill 15 milliseconds faster than on the PDW. Something that might be an issue though, the recoil pattern may be kinda hard to learn for some of you, and if that's the case, you can just go back to a good old PDW. Here are the gunsmiths for these 3 weapons. At the number 1 spot, as always for a year now, we have the HVK30. Last season, it was debatable whether it was best due to the MG42 being broken because of the crazy bullet impact paired with an insane fire rate. But now that it has been fixed, the HVK30 without a doubt is the best weapon in the game again. Even if you have the best guns, you can still make mistakes that will have you end up dying in COD Mobile.